Box not deleted, not tuned, nothing. Some of the emissions equipment was replaced recently, but that's going away. We're gonna do some weight savings mods here after a little while.
Off-road kit.
Yeah, off-road kit. Off-road use only. Or road use for Mexico. One of the two. Alright guys, welcome back to this part of the video, or a new video. Told y'all about working on this 12. We're gonna do that today. Got some software in the mail, got some hardware in the mail. So right now, letting some coolant drain. I've got a new intake to put in here, S&B intake. I've got the CP4 disaster prevention kit. Some weight savings going on in the engine bay. Some weight savings down there. So yeah, I don't know how much of it I'm gonna show, because I don't know, alphabet agencies might not like it. So yeah, I'll keep you updated, but can't promise I'll show a step-by-step process. Just got the upper intake manifold, plenum, whatever you want to call it, off. I'm looking at it. This truck has 244,000 miles. There is all kinds of garbage in these intake ports. Ain't as bad as some videos I've seen, but there's definitely garbage in here. Not cool. That's why that piece right there is not good. If you look down in here, this pipe off of the EGR, there's 2 bolts down in there. A lot of people have trouble with those breaking off, but I've sprayed it a couple times when it's hot and cold and stuff, and I believe this EGR was out pretty soon, whatever you say, before I bought the truck. So those bolts were fairly new, and I got them out with no issues, so that's sweet. Pulled out the lower intake manifold, and this is what it looks like inside. Full of junk there. I don't even know if you can see it. Full of chunks of junk there. It's from carbon from the EGR and oil out of the crankcase vent, which I already changed. So yeah, it's gonna be better once I have all this stuff cleaned up and modified. Alright, just finished up the S&S diesel CP4 disaster prevention kit. First step is to unbolt that sensor from the top of your CP4, bolt their little adapter piece in that runs a line up here. Follow that line, it tees into your fuel filter right there. And that was their original kit. That just, if the CP4 goes bad, that just dumps the junk back into your tank, so you just have to clean out lines. Then this version of the kit includes this filter, which puts a filter in the line that returns to the tank, and if the CP4 fails, it catches the metal that would go back to the tank. So that's all installed. So if my CP4 would go out, I've got, I don't know, $1,000 worth of parts to replace rather than 8,000. So that kit's very worth it in my opinion. All right, we got the lower manifold scraped out as best as I think it needs to be. Got the Pro Power diesel one-piece silicone cold side intercooler boot or hose put in with a billet coupler. Make sure that don't blow out. Y'all can see that cut's a little crooked there. I had to trim about 3/4 of an inch off because it was a little bit too long. It was starting to put a kink there. And then had to put a little bracket on the power steering reservoir so that it didn't hit the hose. That little piece of metal was actually in my EGR upgrade kit. I don't know what it was for, so I just used it for this. But that's back in, and now I can set my upper piece back in. So yeah, move on to that. Getting close to the engine bay being done. Got the new intake installed. S&B cold air, top manifold back on, pipe in. I believe the engine bay should be done. Got that little hose spliced, cut out the extra piece that I don't need anymore. I believe that's everything for the engine bay. Now just the piece underneath. Man, it's windy now. Alright, new day, new light. Next thing we're doing on this truck, I did that side already, is we're putting some reverse lights in here. These factory reverse lights are terrible. So I got some Auxito. I don't know, they may not be the best, but I like Auxito bulbs. They seem to be really bright and pretty good. Decent price. Gonna pull the 2 screws out that hold this light, which this is a pretty self-explanatory job, but and then there's 2 clips on that side. Here, show this. You rotate the plug out, and then these bulbs just pinch in there, and these go back in. Oops, you line it up, and then it locks back in, and everything sits back. So, yeah, that's how you replace reverse lights. Actually, I'm also gonna do. Come on. There we go. All the things off. Alright, let's see what we got. Dude, I about lost my hat. I let it, that was 10 pounds of boost. I didn't hold the brake. This is why it didn't keep burning.
It didn't really want to spin. It just, when you took off though, it spun.
Yeah, I didn't hold the brake. That was single. It was a little bit on that one tire, mostly this tire that was spinning. A bit of a rev up. Ready?
Yep.
About 5 pounds of boost. Drop to 4th. Up a little hill. 4th. I'm about 40, 42. It feels like it pulls harder when you start. That was 85. Alright, I guess it's kind of random, but I had to go back to work. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Kind of a abrupt ending, but yeah, might have a few more videos to upload. Not sure what it's gonna be, but y'all keep an eye out. Maybe there will be more, maybe there won't. You may never know. See y'all.